Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Welcome to Isabella Bank's YouTube channel, where we discuss all things Harry, Meghan, and their level up journey. If you're new here, I'm Wheezy, and it is absolutely great to meet you virtually. How has your week been? If you are like me, you are still enjoying the vibe that the Sussexes brought from their Nigerian trip. And you're also enjoying the UK media's meltdown. There's never a time that they don't melt down when it comes to the Sussexes. So at this point, it's I can understand the people who don't want to pay them any attention. Let me say hello to the people in the comment section. Hi, Comty Caligo. Hi, Joan. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Annie. Hi, Olivi. Hey, Love Wins. I sent you an email. Check your email and and I was due to send someone a link, which I hadn't done. I'm just doing. God help me. And hi, Sussex Love. I've sent you your link. Check your WhatsApp. And hi, Joan. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Novi. How are you all? I hope you are well. I hope you're keeping good. We are still enjoying the good feelings from the Nigerian trip. I think that feeling is going to be around for a long time on both sides of the aisle. For those people who are unhappy, it seems like they're going to be unhappy for a long time. And those people who are happy, that's going to be with us for a long time, because the Sussexes have promised that this is the first of many trips that they're going to be taking. So, and the girls on the other side of the aisle are clutching their pearls. I love the fact. So let's continue to talk about the history or the background of some of the dignitaries who attended the event. So on the screen, this is a photo up that Harry and Meghan took with the First Lady of Gabon. The First Lady of Gabon is the one who is wearing this outfit, this colorful outfit in orange to the side of Harry. Her name is Zita Yuangwe Oligwe Nguma, and she's the wife of the transitional president of Gabon. Joan Garcia says they will be mad forever. Yes, and they're not going to stop until a situation arises. This is exactly what I said. It seems like they have decided that they are never going to stop, which means that it's going to be a situation where they're going to be forced to stop. And I hate that for them, because it doesn't have to be that way. Harry and Meghan clearly do not want it to be that way, but they are doing everything that they can to make it that way. So we are going to see. Annie Bullet says she's going to be celebrating the Sussex's anniversary by looking at the wedding. Oh, that's so good. That's so lovely. Let's look at the next person. The lady you see on the screen here wearing this gorgeous outfit is Chief Barrister Chioma Uzodimma. She is the First Lady of Imo State. She was one of those who attended the Women in Leadership Conference hosted by Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala and the Duchess of Sussex. But who is she though? Who is she? Let me tell you a little bit about her. She studied law in Imo State University. So she's a lawyer. The important thing you need to know about her is that she's just 31 years old and she did her junior associate, sort of like a training contract with one of the foremost law firms in Imo State and one of the foremost she worked as an intern for one of the foremost law firms in the whole of Nigeria, which is called Ricky Taffa and Co. Law Firm. So she is someone, she's not just well educated, but she has worked with some of the best in Nigeria as well. I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorite ladies. I didn't even realize she was in the audience. So, meet Hajia Bola Muniat Shagaya. She is a Nigerian businesswoman and a fashion enthusiast. She is one of the richest women in Nigeria. She is the founder and CEO of a company called Balmus Group International, a conglomerate with holdings in real estate, oil, gas, banking, and photography. She was the one that brought the Konica camera and all its equipment to Nigeria. Another lady who was in the audience is the lady wearing this headscarf who took a photograph with Megan. Her name is Udo Okonjo. She is the sister-in-law to Ngozi Okonjo. Let me tell you, when I say there were women in leadership, they weren't just pretty women in that audience. They're all well educated and they're all true women in leadership who were in that room. Udo Okonjo is a sought after global transformative speaker. She is older than I am, and I went to school with her younger sister. Her father was a judge in Edo State where I grew up. And this is her website profile for Udo Okonjo. She is one of the best when it comes to transformative speaking for women in leadership. Okay. She is an international lawyer herself. She is an investor in real estate. In fact, she sits on the board of Fine and Country West Africa. And she is a member of the Forbes Business Council. She is also a certified Berkeley coach. I mean, she's just a top leadership development voice. Yeah. And let me see. The last one I'll share with you this evening is this lady. This lady her name is Stephanie Busari. Okay. She is a CNN editor, a senior editor with CNN. So she was one of those who were covering the entire event. What is her background? Well, she went to Yale University. She is a Peabody Awards winner. She is a two-time Emmy nominee and founder. She has done the TED Talk. So she has. I watched one of her videos before I did this video. These women are all very well accomplished women who have, yeah, definitely left their mark in society. They're all powerhouses on their own. And so far, I think now that Harry and Meghan have left, like the Nigerian brains are running riot. They're coming and thinking about so many things that they could do with Harry and Meghan, and it's not just about the Invictus Games. And I don't even think that they have fully considered the full potential of what can be achieved um, through a partnership with Harry and Meghan. They're getting there, but they're getting there slowly, as would be normal because these are all people who are captains of industries in their own rights. So even though they have an idea to do something, they have to go up and down the necessary chains required to discuss all their ideas. So, but what they have come up with so far is because Megan broke so many websites while she was in Nigeria, they have decided that Meghan's minister should plan a global push with Meghan Markle as fashion ambassador. So you see ARO, American Riviera Orchard. I'm telling you, when I tell you that Megan has to get the necessary bandwidth to ensure that she can also cope with the demand, because what is going to happen is by being exposed to Nigeria and Nigeria being exposed to her, the possibilities for partnership in so many different ways, endless, endless, endless. And that was the to perfect group to welcome Megan into. Hello, Flame. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Yes,
It was
I'm
hard. It
fine,
took a while
thank
this time.
you. It took a while for you to connect, did it?
It did. I don't know what the problem was, but maybe it'll be easier next time.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone. Sussex Love is with us. Say hello, Sussex Love.
Hello, family. Sorry I'm late. I've had a hard time connecting for some reason.
You're kind of low. Do you want to increase the volume?
Is this a little better?
Yep, and I can hear your background.
Okay, let me take care of that. Hold on. How about that?
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Before we go on, if you are new here, please subscribe to this channel. Here on this platform, we dissect headlines, decode the news, and if warranted, mobilize action. So, whether you're craving insightful analysis or itching to participate, you have found your digital home. If you've been here before and you have not subscribed, please go ahead to do so. The level of subscription on the YouTube channel is important for the growth of the channel, and every little helps. To all my loyal subscribers, a huge thank you for your unwavering support. You are indeed the heartbeat of our community, and we're endlessly grateful for your loyalty and your support. You guys absolutely shocked me on Tuesday. I was saying when I was speaking to Sussex Love earlier in the day that while I was, On Tuesday, I did three videos. So after the first one, when I left the studio and I was going to come back for the second one. It took me such a long time to come back because I was struggling with the streaming software. I think they were overburdened that particular evening, and it just took such a long time to resolve the issues that they were having. But I was very shocked that when I came back, everybody was here, and I'm really, really grateful. I was really touched that everybody waited for me. Thank you so much. Sometimes every support you're getting is not really about talking too much about money, it's just really about, just being there for someone. And yeah, if there was any doubt in my mind that I was saying anything that resonated with people, it was that evening. So thank you, everyone that waited for me to come back that evening. Really, really grateful.
You're welcome.
Okay, moving on to the current Sussex news, the reason for the video. So, they are I am really embarrassed to be in the UK. It's like I really don't resonate with the way these people think, the way they behave, their inner self. It's like it's really embarrassing to know that and to witness the way they're acting. Because look at this. They say King Charles and Prince William's attempts to block Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's future tours via back channels appear to have failed. You mean these people were actively trying to stop Harry from traveling? That means, let's break it down. King Charles was trying to stop his son from traveling.
Mm-mm.
King Charles is the one who has been behind everything negative that has happened to Harry. He's taken away his financial support, he's taken away his security, he's taken away his home, he stripped him of his patronages, stripped him of everything. All for what? That he married a black girl? Oh, because he wanted to sue what you gonna call his name, Murdoch. How do you place Murdoch above your own son? Let's even look at the article that we're talking about. So they said Charles has been working behind the scenes to stop Harry and Meghan, a royal expert has claimed. And they're not even embarrassed to say this in public. They say King Charles and William's attempt to block Harry and Meghan's future tour fails, which means I can only assume that this means that Harry, you know, must have contacted them in the UK to tell them. I'm just assuming that from what I'm reading or what I read from this article to let them know, hey, I'm going to be going to Nigeria for Invictus. And this is because we have been invited. So he's still trying to play by the rules. And when they got the information, they now actively worked to try and stop him from going. Like, I cannot comprehend. I cannot comprehend. And they're saying Harry and Meghan are playing rival royals. And someone said something, because, my brain could just not fathom that a father would do that to his own son. And someone was saying they were trying to force them to be exile royals. And right now, that's where the issue is because Harry and Meghan refuse to be exiled. Like they're coming out and they're working and they're doing all going about their business as though nothing is wrong. And that is really, really winding them up.
Harry's
I
bringing
mean,
back
why does it
all.
have to be that way? This is what I don't get. Why does it have to be that way? Nobody can explain this to me. Why is Harry not allowed to leave the UK? Okay, you say he betrayed you because he married a black woman. Okay, let's assume that that is true. Then you say he left and the way he left, okay. And then he is bringing a lawsuit which you don't like. Okay, so let's assume those are your reasons for being angry. But what I can't get is why he's not able to then live his own life outside of what you planned for him. I can't I can't understand that. I can't understand that. Yeah, because okay, you and someone who is a full grown man, he's no longer a child. He has the right to go out and earn a living. Basically, what you're saying is, I think they said they gave them five options in the Sandringham agreement. The Let's assume that three to five were some version of in between. And then number one was stay in and nothing changed. And then number five was stay out completely. Yeah. So they chose number five. And really, I think what they wanted to do, really, if you're looking at it, although they presented them with a document which had five options on the document, but really, Harry and Meghan were ha- had only one option as far as the royal family is concerned, which was option one: stay in the royal family and nothing changes. If you don't choose what we want you to choose, then we're going to make your life hell for it. Have you guys noticed that uh, Megan's friends stopped posting the jam?
Yes, I noticed that.
Right. So that means that they're actively working against their interests, which is why I was so happy that they decided to go to Nigeria. Like, you guys don't even understand um, the import of what that trip meant, because it's exposure to over 200 million people, exposure to
Hmm.
people who have finances to do business with them, exposure to increase their profile as they're going along and doing the work that they need to do. And it's just really very interesting to me, especially when you look at this statement that Richard Eden made, which was, "This is why we couldn't grant them a half in, half out deal. They're out there promoting their charities, their personalities, Megan's outfits, and their own projects like Invictus Games." That's Matt Wilkinson from The Sun. So basically, if they're not, they don't have a right to live if they're not staying in the royal family. Well, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. What do you think?
I think that it's the same as always. Charles is still jealous, still wants all the attention. Like Harry said, he somebody shiny and new grabbing all the attention. He wasn't willing to go through that again like he did with Diana.
Mm,
So he's the same. William is still competing with Harry in his own mind. They're both racist, deeply racist, and Camilla's feeding into that because she is. Did you see that picture of her in the car when she was on that tour? Where African country they were in? They were giving them they're giving them half-eaten food and disrespecting them. Remember, they went on that
yeah.
tour and the press was saying, right, well, that picture, Camilla in the car, she didn't even be in the car for whatever ceremony. And the picture, she was furious. It's like she did not want to be there. She was angry. Did you see that picture of her in the car? I mean,
Yeah.
you couldn't be more disrespectful.
With
And
the
the stories
evil
about her
eyes.
going into some kind of store demanding they give her credit. I mean, they're just too much. They are too
Mm.
much. They are too much. They're imploding. But I'm enjoying the implosion. I'm going to be honest. I'm really enjoying it.
Because they're just showing themselves.
They don't care though. That's who they are. I mean, if nothing else
Mm.
tells you, is when that guy came out and said just a couple of days ago, or the other day, that Charles is unhappy because he don't really like going to the African countries. He don't see any cultural benefit. He's not interested in it. He'd rather go to
Right.
the white countries. Like I guess India's white. I didn't realize they were white. Must be because they still want to get stuff from India, so they're saying that they're white.
Mm.
So I mean, they've got all their jewelry. I don't know what else they're trying to get from India.
You're right, right.
They're just, they don't care. This is who they are. They are a racist colonial built institution built on institutional racism. So I don't know why we're still surprised that they're racist. They were built on that. Their survival was created because of all the wealth they were stealing from black and brown countries. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is their not just their existence. That's just who they are.
Mm.
And Charles is fine with it. He is racist through and through. Everybody around him, especially the what do you call those, the gray suits.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to say about Harry, he is his mother. I mean, that's just who he is. He's got the same heart that she did, because what you were
Right.
saying about them, all the horrible stuff they was writing, and they want them to be exiled. And Diana popped into my mind when she said in her interview, are you sure they're against you? She said yes, and she said, well, what if she just goes quietly, and will they leave you alone? And she said, but she won't go quietly. I'll fight till the end. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't know what to do with me. And so it's the same. They don't know what to do with Harry and Meghan because they won't go
Mm.
quietly.
Right. Exactly. And they're so used to winning.
They work with Diana. They're trying to use the same playbook. They don't realize it's a
Mm.
different time, and it's just not working out for them the way it did with uh, Princess Diana.
Right. Okay, guys, we're going to discuss the two main topics today, and we just discussed the first one, which is the fact that King Charles is doing, or he actively sought to stop the royal tour, but it failed. And it occurred to me that's probably the reason why he refused to see Prince Harry, by the way, when Harry came to the UK. And then the second one is the attack. We're going to be the attack on the Nigerian business leaders at the moment. That's not going to take too long, about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll be done with that topic. If you would like to make any comments, um, I will invite anybody in the chat to come up and make any comment or contribute towards the conversation. When we're done with that, then we are going to move on to the archetypes quiz. All in all, the goal is to be in and out of this video in an hour. Do you think we do that?
Good luck to us.
Well, we'll try. We'll try. Okay, so if you would like to come up and say something, just make notes and so that you don't forget what you wanted to discuss. Okay. All right. So then now moving on to this bit, right? The Daily Mail, the, saying how Harry and Meghan were welcomed to Nigeria by a fugitive airline bus wanted in the US over $20 million worth of money laundering operation. They also printed um, the filings from the case in the new on the paper as well. I didn't have time to read through it all, and I don't even think that is that important, because obviously we know the reason why they have targeted him, and they are not, they talk as though they don't have anything in their own cupboards. There's hardly anyone uh, that doesn't have one court case or the other. Anyway, I haven't looked into this sufficiently to make uh, have an opinion about whether he actually is subject to the $20 million money laundering allegations that they're talking about. But the fact of the matter is that the royal family have pedos in in their house. So if they're looking for people who are perfect, they need to start with their own household. I mean, Prince Charles even had this relationship, a business relationship with the disgraced BBC presenter Jimmy Savile, which was well publicized at the time. Should we talk about Prince Andrew also?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I,
should we talk about Prince Andrew?
what can we say about him? I mean, he I mean, I mean, I don't know what we can say about him. They just they don't care about that. I mean, they were friends with pedos, whatever that guy's name was, and then there's also Jeffrey Epstein. Then there's
Hmm.
also the actor who was over there, Kevin Spacey. I mean, he
Right,
has a history of
exactly.
that. I mean, they're just that's who they are. That's who
Mm.
they run with, like in Kendrick's rap. They run in flocks. The sexual
Yes.
offenders they run in flocks and they run together. And so that's just who they are. I said on another program podcast it was I was Sussex podcast, and I was saying they were complaining about the gifts and trying to make Harry and Meghan and everybody around them seem sleazy. And I was saying that Harry should have took a lesson from Charles and made everybody give him cash and then just stuffed it in their suitcases. You know what I mean? And then, it wouldn't be all this, because they wouldn't have noticed in the luggage. They just could have, because they already had suitcases. Charles pay
Right.
attention to it. But, you know, they just, anything to make them look bad, they have to make the country look bad first, and then they can say that they're bad for going to the country. I really
Mm.
hope that the next country they pick is a pure white country. That is what I hope. The next country that they go to, I hope that they're pure white. And I want to sit back and see if they will attack a pure white country with the same vitriol that they went after Nigeria with. And I hope it's Italy. That's the white country that I pick. I hope
But
they
don't you
go to
think they've
Italy.
done that already? They've been to Canada.
That's part of the Commonwealth. I want them to pick a country that's not a part of the Commonwealth, that is white,
Mm.
and I want to see if they have enough heart to attack them the way they did
Oh,
Nigeria.
okay. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what I want. So I hope it's Italy.
No, because the Italians are not easy either.
Or even
The
Germany. If
Italian,
they pick Germany, that would be good too.
well, if you're saying Germany, they've been to Germany, right?
But that's a pure white country that's not a part of the
Mm-hmm.
Commonwealth that are favorable to
Hmm.
Harry and Meghan, that they already know that. So
Yeah.
I just want to see if they have enough heart to attack a white country like they did Nigeria. I want to see if
Yeah.
they feel they can get away with it. You
They're
know?
yeah, they're not scared because they feel like Nigeria is part of the Commonwealth. They owe allegiance. I don't know what level
And
of
they're black.
allegiance.
They have no respect for them, telling them they're royal, not real royalty. They have a total
Yeah.
disrespect. So I just would like to see if they have enough guts to do that to a country like Italy or or Germany. Really, what would be great if they went to Ireland. Oh my God,
Mhm.
I would love if they went to Ireland.
But I also was thinking to myself that this is like a wake up call for the countries, like especially the African countries who get so caught up when they get to governmental positions, and they are confronted with the most amount of wealth that they've ever seen in their lives, and then they get carried away and they forget. national love. But situations like this should be
Mm-hmm.
sufficient to remind them that they need to do better for themselves.
I
This is
hope
what I just,
so.
yes. Well, let's see what Nigeria's reaction is going to be to all of this, let's call it slander, that's being thrown at them right now by the British media. I know that they have been hitting back through social media, but then I think, uh, I imagine that the diplomatic channels should be very hot right now.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Uh, okay. Moving on from there. Uh, I forgot that this article was in here actually, where Sarah No Neck Vine, happened to just add her 2 cents in to the already rubbish
I'm sorry.
conversation.
I like that. Say that. I'm sorry. Say that
Yeah.
nickname again. I love that. I'm sorry. What's her
Sarah
nickname?
No Neck Vine. Yeah,
Yes,
that's a nickname.
I like
She
that.
says Meghan Markle didn't like Britain and shouldn't gaslight the nation into thinking we've behaved appallingly towards her. So still more of the pile on. Uh these people are anyway, these people are going to go on until something very serious happens. So we've gone beyond the point where people are able to have an intelligent conversation to resolve a conflict. It's gone beyond that now. And if they're not
Mm,
careful, something terrible is going to happen. And it's not just terrible between the UK and whoever, whichever country. It's not between Harry and Meghan and the royal family anymore. They are going to make it an international thing and draw nations into a battle that is very unnecessary just because they don't want Harry to live. Harry might end up having to, I think he realized that and this is why he uh, leaned in very heavily. He was always going to be committed and diligent with the Invictus, but I think along the way, he realized that they were not going to stop, and he said so. Right? He said they're not going to stop until something happens. So I think he has totally realized that they're not going to stop, and this is why he leaned into his military connections very hard because it is protection, and Megan's got now the Nigerian protection.
mm-hmm.
So they these people are consolidating. Yep, yep. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because I mean, look at Sarah No Neck Vine, saying Megan shouldn't gaslight the nation. Like we didn't all see what happened. Like
Mm-hmm.
right before our eyes, they're trying to rewrite history.
That's exactly right. Or they're just
Um,
lying. They just lie, really. What they
well,
do, they just lie.
one of the funniest things that I saw this week was they said Jeremy Clarkson has been crowned the UK's sexiest man, and William is the third sexiest. This is where we are right now in the UK.
Every time they come out with one of these polls, it reminds me of that TV show that they do. What do they call it? Drunk something, where the people are sitting up talking and they get drunker and drunker and drunker. What is that show?
I
That's
don't
what
know.
reminds me. These polls, it's like the drunk polls. They wait to go
Uh-huh.
around and get people that are really, really drunk, and then ask them questions. Because there's no way when people in their right mind voted William sexy as anything. He wouldn't even be 100 and something. So
Oh
that's
my
not.
goodness.
No, 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 no.
What even qualifies him to get onto the list?
He wouldn't get onto the list. That's what I'm saying. There's nobody in their right mind would put him on a list like that. There just isn't.
Mm.
Anybody that eyes are working properly, Their vision is not, if they're not legally blind, if they can see, there's no
He
way.
said legally blind. Oh my God.
I mean, look at him. Oh my God, come on. Mm-mm. He reminds me of that. What is that cartoon? Mr. On The Simpsons. What is that cartoon? That character, Mr. with the long head and the long nose. I can't think of it. It'll come back to
Okay.
me later.
It's-
Somebody in the chat remind me, who is that from The Simpsons? That old man that should be dead. I can't think of his name. He was old 20 years ago when the show came on. He's still the same. Looks exactly the same. Is it Burns? Is it Mr. Burns?
Mr. Burns.
Thank you, Boney Mighty. Marshall, thank you.
Yes. And I don't know why it is that they just don't seem to have like proper definition to their body. Everything is just slack and slouchy and everything.
What is it with the people that, why won't they go to the dentist? What is up with that? I know they
Look
can
at
see that their
yeah.
teeth are yellow. I know they can see that. What is that? They don't care, or they
Mm.
don't go to the dentist, or what is it?
It's like dirty being unwashed and having rotten teeth is a badge of honor.
In America, we just call we don't call them royal. We just call them hillbillies.
Well, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, then what are you?
Hillbillies, because they're
Right.
inbred. They have yellow teeth. They're hillbillies here in the U.S.
Mm.
Hillbillies without mansions. I mean, without castles, of course.
Yep. Okay. So, guys, I'm not going to, as we promised, I am looking at the time. I am not going to keep you here for too long today. So, this is all we have for Sussex news. Does anyone have any want to contribute towards the conversation? If you do, I'm going to drop the link in the chat and we can give it like 10-15 minutes and then we move on to the archetypes quiz. Sussex Love, Lady Rose says it's an inbred syndrome.
Yes, I saw that. That's why I told her. I gave her the thumbs up for that one. I gave her the
Body
thumbs up for
Mighty
that
says
one.
JC is a millionaire, but his teeth are awful. Who's JC? Oh, Jeremy Clarkson. Okay, yes, that's true as well. And why is it that this is why I said they take it like a badge of honor? Because it just seems like even though these people are wealthy, they don't take care of themselves. Like uh Piers Morgan is a millionaire. Look at him and look at Jeremy Clarkson and look at Boris Johnson.
They're just lazy gluttons. Because that's what a lazy glutton would look like. They would just eat and eat and wouldn't exercise. They wouldn't brush their teeth. Boris Johnson didn't even comb his hair.
He
I mean,
didn't
they're
even
just
call it. That's like their badge
lazy.
of honor. I don't
Lazy.
know why they think it
No,
is.
they're lazy and nasty. Lazy, lazy, nasty, trifling.
Okay, Reba's here. I'm
Hi,
going to
Reba.
welcome her to the stage, to the platform. Hi, Reba.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
How are
Yeah, fine,
you?
thank
Good.
you. Welcome on board. Choop choop.
I just had to come in. I just had to. These people have lost their complete and utter minds.
Oh,
Mm,
honestly, I am
For
mm.
them,
embarrassed at
for
this
them
point.
to go after Nigeria and
Mm-hmm.
these commentators who have done no research to know that royals have been coming to Nigeria for years, for
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
decades.
Mm-hmm.
They are so bent on trying to hurt Harry and Meghan, that they forget that they are the problem. They
I
are
don't
the
think
problem.
I don't think they forgot though.
Well,
I don't think.
they feign. I'll say they feign amnesia.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what they do. They'll
There you
feign
go. Yeah.
amnesia and pretend like, oh, we didn't do anything. We welcomed her with open arms. We gave her a wedding and blah, 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 blah. Shut up.
Yep. They just
People
lie.
lie.
They just
They
lie. That's right.
lie. I wrote down some of the stuff you guys were talking about. I was like, Charles money laundering with bags of money he's marching off with Osama bin Laden's family money. They don't talk about
Exactly.
that. Jimmy Sabo and Prince Pedo, they try not to talk about them. Oh no, we can't talk about them.
Right.
Harry and Meghan went to Germany and to The Hague in the Netherlands. They didn't say anything about them. Oh, you know, he didn't say they were Nazis. Okay,
Exactly.
all
Would
right.
have been the perfect
But he
time in
gonna go
Germany.
drag it
Yeah.
all the way. Yeah, drag it all the way to Nigeria. What? And then Sarah Vine, no neck,
That's why I love that. That's why
skank.
it's petty.
Okay, I'm just
Totally.
gonna tell you, she's a skank.
Add your
This
own
woman,
adjective.
yeah, this woman has nerve. All the receipts we have about her flapping her gums and lying on Megan, and oh, I have this niggly feeling. Ooh, ooh, ooh. She
Oh,
makes me want
that was
to
the
tell her
one.
something.
That was the one. That was the one.
That really,
That was.
really gets under my skin. And I'm looking at this woman and I'm thinking to myself, you know, you should have been taking care of your marriage, but you were too busy criticizing Megan, who did nothing. Okay. See, that's their problem. They tried to find something on Megan. Megan grew up here in Los Angeles. I know her mother. I met Megan when she was like 12. She went to school with my nieces. This is
Okay.
a sweet, decent Catholic school girl. Okay? She hadn't did nothing to nobody. They couldn't find anything to put onto her. So what did they do? They went after her
Absolutely.
Markle family.
Right.
They went tried to find people to say they slept with her, offered this man $70,000. He was like, no. But this is how they operate. Black was it Backgrid? The same people that took those photographs of Meghan and Harry when they were in
Yeah.
New York City after the car chase. They
That's
sit out in
right.
front
Yeah.
of Meghan and Harry's house every day. They sit there watching to see who's coming in, who's going out, what's happening. This and the Daily, you can't tell me the Daily Mail, the Express, and all of them are not paying these people to do that. They want to find something. What
Something. Anything.
Matt Wilkerson flew to California because he wanted to try to find out, oh, is Harry staying at a gym and he's trying to get away from Megan and the kids. All lies. All lies. Why would Harry leave his estate? Because it's an estate. Why would he leave this beautiful place, which he has several rooms? He could go sleep in another room. Why would he leave that to go and sleep in a funky gym with a bunch of other men?
And they got guest house. They got a guest house there too.
Yes.
But what I
Okay.
explain this to me. Explain this to me, if you don't mind. If you would explain this to me, Reba. How did the man get on a plane and fly 4,000 miles to California to check out the story that Harry was sleeping in a hotel when they are the ones that made up the story in the first place? So why was he flying to California to check out a story that they made up? in the first
The only
place.
thing I can think of is that they are mentally defective, totally believing their own lies, and these people want to project the crap from William and Kate on to Harry and
There it
Meghan.
is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay?
There it
They
is. Right
want
there.
to project that whole fallout over there onto Harry and Meghan to make themselves feel good. These people lie to themselves to make themselves feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
So you saying
And
that
they're
he
hoping
made he
that
talked himself into believing his lies. They're starting to believe their own lies. Is what you're
yeah.
telling me,
Yes.
right?
Yes. But think about it. The only thing that they ever repeat is the same lie that they said before.
Mm-hmm.
They never go back and do any research to, oh, well, we were wrong about this. They never admit to any of that.
Mm.
And then they want to try to sit here and gaslight us into thinking that the royal family
Mm-hmm.
do not leak and brief them
Mm.
daily.
Daily, exactly.
Daily. Because,
Mhm.
see, how did they find out that Harry was communicating with his father?
Mm.
Charles told him.
Exactly.
Because Harry didn't say, oh, yeah, I've been calling my dad and blah, blah. No, they got that from Charles. But they want us to believe, oh, Harry, he wants to come home.
Mhm.
Harry has never said that. He's never said that. In fact, he said the opposite. Nope, not going back.
Do you remember in
No.
the documentary when they were on with Tyler Perry on the airplane? And what did Harry say? He said, "We're on the freedom flight to
That's
California."
right, baby.
Mhm.
That's right. Harry was like, I am out of Dodge, okay?
Mhm.
And see, what they don't get is this. Meghan growing up here in Los Angeles, she's
Mhm.
already been exposed to all different kinds of cultures. We have a large Nigerian group of people that live here. We have Vietnamese, we have Chinese, we got Japanese, we got Arabs, we got Hispanics. Everybody lives here.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. So they want to sit up and pretend that she's so ignorant to royal protocol. Queen Elizabeth told Michelle Obama royal protocol was rubbish. UK media is the one who used that facade
For people they don't like.
to
Right.
use on the people they don't
Mm.
like Diana,
Mhm.
like Meghan, like Fergie.
Mm.
They use that royal protocol on them. You don't see them talking about Charles breaking royal protocol, humping
So
that
it's
skankies
basically
with.
to other. It's basically to other the people.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. They're not
And have
talking
all the
about
women.
his adulterous behavior that is against royal protocol.
Right.
No, only the women, just the women.
Okay.
While
So
we're
that
speaking, just a second. Um, uh, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please go ahead to hit the like button. There are over 300 people live streaming right now, and literally I think there are only 2 likes, so go ahead, hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead to subscribe. Okay.
Hit the
All
like
right, please
button,
continue.
everybody.
I just continue, and when you're done speaking, we've got Yalibi waiting to speak after you.
okay. Yeah,
All right.
see, Doria, if Doria wanted to, she could blast Samantha Markle out of the
Mm.
water. Okay. But I
Mm.
think Meghan is holding her back because she just doesn't want her to get involved with any of this.
Mm.
But Meghan's mother and father divorced when Meghan was 2 years old.
Okay.
So how can Samantha be raising Megan.
Oh, that was always going to be a lie. I don't think
That's a
anyone
big
knows that
lie.
one.
That's a
Yeah.
But
big lie.
when Megan was born, Samantha was what, 17 years old?
17 years old.
Mm.
Okay.
So
By the time Megan was 2 and they were divorced, she had already had Ashley.
hmm
Okay.
and that would be a story if Ashley came out and told her story. That would be a story for Miss Samantha. That would be a story.
Ashley and the other girl came out and let everybody, even her own mother,
hmm
was in that documentary, letting everybody know she's missing a bolt or two. Okay, something's
hmm
wrong with this girl. And
Mm.
you know, this woman has a license for psychology or something like. Who would go to her?
We could do a whole show on how many people have
Who would
mental
You
go?
illnesses
know,
that
I
have a
think she
Who?
will
psychology
have
degree.
people who are similar to her. So what I found out is that there's someone for everyone in this world that we're living in. So don't say that. She's got a community on Twitter.
She does.
Yeah, well, they're
It's a
all mentally defective also. Because if you're going to sit up here and believe anything that this woman is saying,
Hmm.
these are the same people who are following Trump around like puppy dogs.
Exactly.
They have no self-esteem,
no.
and it's scary. It's scary to think that grown people,
Hmm.
adults, supposedly, are running around here thinking, oh, we can lie and repeat and lie, and everybody's going to believe us. Not
Mm.
everybody.
You know,
Most
you
of us
mentioned,
can see that you are full of it, okay? And you lying, and no, you can't gaslight me into believing your crap.
but
Mm.
there are a lot of people that they can be gaslighted. When you mentioned the Trumpers, the thing that came to mind is what Trump said about those people that follow him out of his own mouth. He says, I have
Yeah.
a strong constituency among the poorly educated.
Among the poorly educated,
He
you know,
said it
that's so
aloud
rude.
so they
Exactly.
could hear it and they still didn't
Exactly.
understand.
They
That's
don't
how
care.
poorly educated. No, they're not
Lady
that
Rose
smart. They're
says she's
not.
looking for Megan to pay for her dentures.
Oh,
Their racism has clogged all of the blood flow in their brain. They done tossed their
Absolutely.
brain in the garbage. Okay?
mm, mm.
Seriously. They have I don't get it. And these are poor white people. These are not the wealthy white people. These are poor, dirt poor white people
Hmm.
who
Excuse me a
are
minute.
putting
Penny
their
says the
faith
volume is
into,
going in and out. I'm sorry. Penny says
yeah,
the volume is going in and out. I'm sorry. I didn't want to
what
interrupt.
happened?
Penny says the volume keeps going in and out. I was trying to tell Isabel.
My
I didn't mean to
volume?
interrupt. No, I guess the people listening, I guess, can't hear their volume is going in and out. I was just trying to tell Isabel. I didn't mean to.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Can you
yeah.
increase the volume on your end and see
Me,
whether? Yeah.
well, mine is up.
Yours
Yeah,
is up,
I hear you
but
clearly now.
Flames one is not.
No, I think
Uh,
that
sh-
was
sh-
who was that? I can't remember. I'm looking in the comments. Somebody said their volume. Penny. Penny said her volume was
Penny,
going in and out.
yeah, she says no, the other lady. So I'm guessing it's you
Oh,
she's talking about because I think I mentioned that to you before that your volume was a bit low. But that's fine. Reba, let's
Yeah.
let's bring Yalibi on now. I'm just gonna drop you down. Thank you so much for coming up and contributing to the live stream.
You're
And
welcome.
let's bring Yalibi on now so that
thank
she
you.
can share with us and we can move
Have a
on
great
to the
day,
next stage.
guys.
Thank you so much, love.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye. Hey, Yalibi.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Hey.
Oh, I've been patiently waiting. It's a couple things I have to say.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ooh, child. Okay, let me first of all, hmm, I really understand why slavery was so easy for those people.
Okay.
Why justifying slavery was so
Mm.
easy for those people. They are
Mhm.
evil.
They are.
They are evil to the core.
Mhm.
To the core, to the core, to the core. They lie. They invent story. And they have no shame. No shame.
They say
I
you
am
can only shame the shameless, and they really do not have any shame.
no, seriously, I understand why they were able to justify what they did. Is because they
Mm.
have no soul. They don't. It's a realization that ooh, is deep. Because I have never seen, well, it's just awful. That's one of the things that I wanted to say.
Mm.
Another thing that I wanted to say is I really hope that the Black leaders around the world will really pay attention to what that Bowel guy, I know he's Bauer, but I like to call him Bowel. I I I really hope they paid attention to what he said because what he said was the truth. He will lie about Meghan and Prince Harry or
Mm.
Princess Meghan and Prince Harry, but he will
Mm.
never lie about Charles. What he
Mm.
said about Charles was true.
Mhm.
It was 100% true. And I hope our Black leaders finally will finally have enough pride to say enough is enough. Britain need a lot of those countries economically. They need those countries.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I don't really think those countries get anything out of Britain. I don't think so.
No,
But I know
no.
Britain get a lot out of those countries.
Mm.
And they should put their weight on the table and say, if you don't stop, if they don't apologize, things about to change. And first of all, they need to get out of the Commonwealth. What are they getting out of it?
That's
What
what
are
I
they
said.
getting out of the Commonwealth? What? People from the Commonwealth still have, Black Commonwealth still have to go ask for visas to go to England, to the
Exactly.
UK.
That,
What is it that they're getting out of it?
you
What?
know what, I always thought, why don't they make their own deals with, Ireland, Italy,
Yes,
China,
with other
and
countries.
just break free? Because Britain is the one that's going to suffer. They were so stupid. They thought that they were going to have a deal with the United States so they could cut out all those other little dark countries. And what happened was they didn't get their deal with the United States, and they have to make trade agreements with everybody else. And they found that nobody really wants to make trade agreements with because they're not that
Exactly.
important anymore. So the poor little people
Exactly.
are suffering. They're suffering. So
Exactly.
they, so the
And let
Commonwealth needs to go. I'm sorry.
need to go and the African country need to go. And then
Yes,
maybe those stupid people in the UK will understand an African and Africa is not as worthless as they
there it
think
is.
he is. Because
There it is.
first of all, look at that small island. If it wasn't for stealing, killing, selling people, stealing again from around the world from black and brown countries, what would they
Yeah.
have? What does England has?
They have nothing. Everything is
Nothing.
stolen from other somewhere else.
They have nothing and they have the gut to have that arrogance. They arrogant for what? For what?
For being thieves.
So I really hope that something will come out on that side. I really hope because I just had it. Now, my last point is about Charles and Sway Sway trying trying to stop people for inviting. I mean, I wasn't for Q2. I didn't really like the queen. I don't like that entire thing. But
Mm.
I do understand why she didn't want him to be king. I understand
Right.
why she did it until the last minute. Just like
Right.
Angela Levin's mother, she knew who her son was.
Mhm.
He knew. He is a weak man, a pathetic father, an evil human being, and a worthless king.
Absolutely.
That's what Diana said, Charles. He said Charles is not fit to be king.
And she was 100% right.
Yes, she was.
And that son of that firstborn of his, William, maybe when he fell down on his head when he was in school, something happened to him in his head because he's not normal. No, I'm serious. Something must have moved in his brain because he makes no, he's having alliance with the horsewoman, Camilla, the horsewoman, the side piece, the mistress, the
The head
worthless
of the
woman.
Department of
He really
Scientific
think
Affairs.
that that woman has his best interest at heart. I mean, she in her mind believed that probably the kids that she should have had with Charles should have been the future king. Everything that is connected to Diana, she despise. And
Mm.
he think then he need to ally himself to her instead of his own brother. I swear, when he fell down when he was a kid, something went wrong in his head.
But you know what?
Something
She hooked
way
him up
wrong.
with her. She hooked William up with his own side piece, though.
And
Yes,
that is
I'm
not
going to be
fair.
even discussing that in a future video.
Yes, she's
But
starting her department. She's recruiting for her department of side chicks.
yeah, she is making sure that the side piece is
Alive and
veritable
well.
to, and lining her up to take over
That's right.
from where Kate stopped.
That's
But what
right.
do you think gonna happen when Kate's children grow up? Do you think they will forget this? You will have a William, but you're also gonna have a Harry.
There it
Well, this
is.
is why they got, but they don't see beyond that, and they will do everything that they can to ensure that they don't give them, empower them to be able to complain about everything. And I think that that is similar to what they did to Harry. They will,
He works so well.
and it did until
Hmm.
Megan.
That's right.
It
That's
worked
right.
very well.
When Harry had his son and his
That's why
wife
they
that
don't like
loved him,
Megan.
that's why they don't like Megan. She showed him you ain't gotta live like this. You are bright. You're not stupid like they keep telling you you're stupid. William is the stupid one. I know that was her telling him, no. You know? So I know why they hate her. You know?
Yeah. She must have said, hell no, no, no,
No, we
absolutely not. All right. Yolibi, thank you so much for coming up to say something. Let's move on to the archetypes quiz so I can get you guys all out of here in time for the next channel's videos.
Bye bye.
All right. Thank you,
bye.
my love. Thank you so much. All right. So let's get that out. Okay, guys. So what we have is the question that I want all of us to think about. This is the situation that we've got at the moment. Penny, I'm not done. We've got the archetypes quiz if you would like to stay for that. It's quite fun. You don't have to have listened to the podcast to be able to participate. Um, uh, what can we do about all of this? Like, give you time to think about it so that so that we can discuss gentle things that we can do between now and Tuesday when we do the Tuesday activism Tuesday. And we can
Hmm.
come up with suggestions on things that we can do, uh, perhaps to support those who support Harry and Meghan that you know can move the needle for their cause, or support someone, at least what we can do digitally and without that much cost to us, let us be able to do. And someone, Missy Gates, thank you very much for the super sticker. Really appreciate you. And thank you for sending me a PayPal. I've not had the opportunity to thank you because, but you probably don't even want me to mention it. But thank you for sending me something by PayPal. Really appreciate it. Appreciated it. And I tell you what, that money, it came at the right time. You might have thought I was just sending you something. It came at the right time because there was something going on that I needed money for, and I was having problems with online banking. I was having so many problems, and then the only place I could get money from was from my PayPal, and that money was just sitting there waiting for me. It was so useful. It was that amount, but it felt like, when you see money and it looks like you've never seen money before. That's how that money that you sent to me felt like. It was so useful, and it got me unstuck that day. So thank you very much. Lovewind says Nigeria alone loses £32 million a year due to Commonwealth agreement. I have looked up and down on the Commonwealth website, and I've been looking for the details of Nigeria's
Uh-oh.
commitment to the
Uh,
Commonwealth, and I've not been able to get it.
okay.
So,
I was going in and out again.
Lovewind, I'm going to ask you again. This is not challenging, it's just I would like to know more about this Commonwealth agreement. Can you send me information of where your source for this information? If you have the source, can you just send it to me by email? I really want to drill down into this to really understand the reason why Nigeria would be in a relationship that does not benefit them in any way, shape, or form. We don't get visas to come to the UK. There's no free movement. We do get visas, but there's no free movement to come into the UK. When you go to the embassy, if you see the way that the British consulate workers treat Nigerians, oh my God, it's like they're talking to slaves all over again.
I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't
Yeah.
understand why the Commonwealth countries are not considered British citizens. The fact that I found out that they were not British citizens, they have to have visas to
Yeah.
travel to. There's no way any country thing to do with. I'm sure the
And
people from Canada
it's
don't
mainly
need
the
visas,
black
or the people
countries
from
that have
New
to.
Zealand, or the people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's an insult. I don't understand why they would not just say, I am done, and walk away, because they're saying that
Mm.
you're not a part of us. You're not really citizens. You're second class citizens. This is why we're going to treat you this way. And I don't understand why they don't just walk away from that. That surprises me.
This is why I want to dig deep into it because I don't understand it as well. This is clearly not beneficial. So what are you still doing there? I don't
Mm-mm.
understand.
I don't
Uh,
either.
anyway, I'm looking for the information, and once I get it, I will share it with everyone. All
Okay.
right, let's get ready for the archetypes quiz. This one was the one that Megan did with Jamila Jamil. Do you guys remember? The uh,
Good.
audacity of the activists.
Yeah. Good luck, Lady Rose.
She's saying my internet is a mess these days. I couldn't hear Sussex Love. Okay.
Oh, that's okay. Well, good luck in the game. I'm not gonna play this time. I don't want nobody to think I be cheating. Your turn, Lady Rose. No.
Lovewin says, I haven't studied or listened to this episode in months. Lovewin has already started. She said it's D. Okay. Well,
I guess we
let
need to
us
get started.
begin. The first question we've got is what was the reaction to women fighting for a cause? A, applause, B, definite eye roll, C, cheers, and D, indifference.
Wow. Okay, love wins. That's how you feel. Did you change your
Lady
mind?
Rose says A.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Gwen also says D.
Uh, all right.
Oh,
So,
Debbie 89 says B minus. I don't know.
B minus.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that means. If she's grading us as our effort doing this, or if she's answered the question, I don't know.
That's a good question, actually. Right. So let's see the answer to the question. It is a default eye roll. Good
Wow.
night, Lottie. Thanks for being here with us.
See you, Lottie. God bless. Watch and pray.
And then what's the next one? Okay. The next one is who created the term suffragettes? And going to
We got to put the question up on there. So,
who created the term suffragette? A. Suffragists. B. A militant. C. A UK tabloid journalist. D. A suffragette leader. Let's see. Um, okay. Let's see the answer. A UK tabloid journalist actually did something.
wow.
Okay, moving on to the third one. What was Jamil's character in The Good Place? Mm, and
You don't. Okay. You don't have the new question. Oh, there it is. Okay.
what was wait, what was Jamil's character in The Good Place? A. Tahani Al Jamil. B. Elena Shellstrop. C. Michael. D. Chidi Anagonye. Okay. The answer to that question is A. Tahani Al Jamin. Lady Rose said tabloids.
I thought
All
she
right.
had A. Okay.
Number four. What did Jamila Jamil create to fight diet culture? A. Instagram influencers. B. Fitness programs. C. Eyewear. D. Diet pills. Okay. Okay, so you've got the answer is Eyewear. That was
All
her
right.
solution for people who were having uh, problems with eating disorders. Okay, the fifth one is what industry does the podcast We Can Do Hard Things critique for offering simple formulas for life? A. Education. B. Health and wellness. C. Technology. D. Finance. Rachel Moore. Rachel, you said you never heard of Jamila Jamil. Lady Rose says A's aren't working anymore.
She's silly.
This is her last A, she says. Okay, let's see. Health and wellness. B. So you're correct to change strategy because
It's no longer a.
it's no longer working. And so that means that six. What does Jamila Jamil keep doing? Why does Jamila Jamil keep going despite difficult and draining work? A, for the glory and accolades. B, to discredit the critics. C, because they see that they're helping people. D, for the free coffee.
Must be some good coffee.
Must be some good coffee. Let's see. Oh, Marsha says she give up.
Oh, how many questions are we in?
uh, I think I, despite the fact that I was reminding everyone, no one was still paying attention to the thingy bob. So that's why I stopped sending out the reminder post for everyone to listen to the podcast because it is actually, I think, more fun when you listen to the podcast. Let me know in the chat whether you want us to continue or stop because Lady Rose changed strategy and she got it right.
Yes, she changed from cheating to guessing.
And she was the first one to guess C as well.
All right. Well, if you got it working, you get in where you fit in.
All right, number 7. What standard does Jamila Jamil live by? A, other people's expectations. B, the latest trends. C, constantly challenging herself to be better. D, whatever their dogs thinks is best. At this point, everyone is just guessing.
At this point, did we start that way?
Constantly challenging themselves to be better.
Absolutely. It is a daily challenge.
All right, number 8. What ridiculous thing does Jamila Jamil mention about body trends? A, the color of our nails. B, the shape of our bodies. C, the size of our feet. D, the way we laugh. And let me see. What's going on in the comment section? Okay. Okay. Let's see what the answer is. Lady Rose says this is my first B. Okay then. She says if the B doesn't work, I'll switch.
Look at
um,
you. Look at you. With your B.
number
You and
9.
Reba. You and Reba and Julian.
What does the speaker, that's Jamila Jamil, think is important to have more of in the world? What did she think was more important to have more of in the world? A, public praise. B, private support during hard times. C, public criticism. D, more award shows.
Well, we all can tell what the answer should be.
Right. Can you imagine? Lady Rose's name is actually on the league table. I am
All
the
right.
all right
All
now.
right, Lady Rose. You go, girl. She said I changed it to be. I don't know if it's right, but I agree with you.
Oh, dear me. Oh, okay. So the answer to that one is B.
That's right. That's the only logical one.
Yeah. And the last question
Drum
is
roll. You should have a drum roll thing. But, oh, never mind. Sorry.
I will download what that, that's a good point. I should have a drum roll, I should have an applause, and I should have uh
Somebody laughing
cheering,
hysterically.
cheering,
Somebody laughing.
laughter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll have
All
all
right.
of those by the next time
Look at Lady
we
Rose. She said, I can't believe this. Laughing my off.
and Rachel says B, even if I don't know her.
Go ahead, Rachel.
Oh my days. So who does Jamila Jamil says brings them inside the world of current protests in Iran? Who does Jamila say b- brings them inside the world of current protests in Iran? A. Georgia O'Keeffe, B. Sheree Agadashlu, Margaret Atwood, C. D. The Prime Minister. Mm. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Gwen.
You gonna stick with B, Lady Rose? She's like, yep, B.
I'm going to stick beside it. Yes, he has not let me down. Okay, guys. Uh, that is the end of the quiz, and we
Okay.
have B. Shure
Oh,
Agdashlu.
you did it. You
Agdashlu.
did it, Lady
Yay!
Rose.
Love Wins would say that she hasn't listened to the podcast. She don't remember, but she be winning. So she won. She came first place with the most correct answers
Lady
first.
Rose was second. I know Lady Rose was second, wasn't she?
Then Lady Rose was second.
That's go, Lady Rose.
Lady Rose,
Next
Little
time,
Mac,
listen to the podcast and you can win.
Little Rose was third.
Oh, she was third. Okay, but
Yes.
she was guessing though. That's still good. Look, she said, "I love it. Congratulations." She
And
said,
then
I guess my arse off."
Gwen Daniels came fourth. Though there isn't usually a fourth, but because it's your first time on the league table, I could not help but mention that
Okay.
you Rachel, so what we're doing is we listen to we're doing the quiz on Megan's podcast, the Archetypes by Megan. So if you've got iTunes, you can download her podcast on there, and we do it every week. But at this point, we've only got two more left. So next Saturday, we're going to be doing a quiz on episode 11. Episode 11. And after that, I forgot the name of that one, the title of that one. But after that, we would have one more left.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, so we're almost done. So guys, after we are done with the archetypes quiz, we are going to be discussing a different set of topics after we're done with the Sussex news. And we will be breaking down the details next Saturday for sure. So keep stay tuned so that we can break it down. I will most likely be asking for help from members of the audience who might have experience in the different areas that we want to talk about. So, it would be great to be able to finally discuss everything fully. But yeah, we've got a whole lot planned, which I think would be useful and will touch everyone's life in one way or the other. And it's basically going to be something like a community check in. So we can all have the opportunity to have an open mic to discuss uh, life challenges or life topics that will make sense to us in our own lives, where we don't have an opportunity to discuss elsewhere. So looking forward very much to those set of topics. You know that Lady Rose is going to we're going to have her on the hot seat answering all the questions that we've always wanted to ask her.
Uh-oh. This gonna be fun. No.
um all right, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Sussex Love, for being a panelist today.
You're welcome.
And um to everyone in the chat, thank you for being here. Until next time, this is Wheezy signing out.
God bless
Ciao.
everyone.
Good night. Night, night.
Bye.